When everyday moments are missing, flaws stay hidden. If a relationship truly matters, does distance really matter? In this video, I'm going to cover the truth behind long distance relationships and go over a couple articles and statistics covering how much long distance relationships really last and what truly matters in any long distance relationship, whether it be with a lover, a friend, family members, and how sometimes we can craft idealized images of our loved ones because of the distance. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe for all things self-help, personal growth, and development. So, what percentage of long distance relationships actually last? Well, according to a 2018 survey, they found 60% of long distance relationships actually last, which is more than average, so that's pretty good. But academic researchers found that 37% of those, they actually break up within 3 months of getting back together geographically. So pretty much what this means is that couples are just as likely to break up in long distance relationships during the distance phase and when they're together. So it really doesn't matter according to this statistic. Sometimes long distance relationships can actually build your trust and commitment in one another if you don't have any secrets, of course. But like I said earlier, when you can't observe your partner's responses and actions in everyday situations, you are less likely to see their flaws when you are back together. Here's another one. What percentage of college students are in long distance relationships? Well, according to Academic Research Center, they suggest 75% of college students are actually in a long distance relationship or have been in the past. This may be due to the fact that many college students have relationships and move to a college they get accepted to, or college students that graduate and move for a job but are still in a relationship with their partners at college. And according to the Department of Education, twice as many freshman college students actually leave their home to go to college or university compared to 30 years ago. So if you're in high school and you're watching this and you're in a relationship and you want to go to university out of state, think wisely before you move and think wisely before you even get into a relationship, and if you can do long distance. So how has technology impacted long distance relationships? Long distance relationships are completely different than they were 100 years ago, when men used to go off to wars and not see their loved ones for months, even years at end, just being pen pals and lettering, and who knows what was going on when a man was off to war, and that's a long distance relationship, and all they had was letters to talk to each other. Well, now today, the Pew Research Center reports that 1/4 of internet users with recent dating experience, 24% of them have used internet or even email and text and phone to communicate and maintain a long distance relationship. Long distance couples also use social media more so than couples that are not long distance. The issue with this and long distance relationships is it can breed feelings of FOMO, or fear of missing out, and it can harbor jealousy in one another when you're posting pictures and you wish you could be there and you miss them even more. Sometimes it could even be monitored for faithfulness and commitment. So finally, how do you maintain a long distance relationship? Well, firstly, you have to be committed, and really you have to really be committed to your partner in the long distance relationship. Honestly, me personally, I could do it, but it would just be hard to build new experiences, because your only experience you have is when you call or text or FaceTime or what have you, and you don't have real genuine connection that you would have in real life. And you can't physically go out and do things and experience new things than you would in a close distance relationship. So here's a couple of tips for those who are thinking about getting into a long distance relationship, who are about to move, or who are currently in one, and that will help you get through this long distance phase. So tip number 1, if the relationship really matters, the distance will not. This goes back to the quote, love stands the test of time and distance. Sometimes distance makes the heart grow fonder because you miss the person more, depending on how long they're gone for, or how far they are, and the time differences. So number 1, if the relationship really matters, the distance will not. Number 2, communicate over a variety of different platforms, including letters, emails, FaceTime, social media, sending physical gifts with letters, with handwritten letters. Doing this can serve as a physical reminder and tangible evidence that you guys love each other. And it could be nice instead of a text. Sometimes texting can build miscommunication. You text one thing, or the other partner reads it as something else. Sometimes when you text, it's not the same. When you text, it's not the same as talking or physically communicating with one another. Number 3, prioritize communication every day or week, and make time for those deep conversations about staying connected, about how you feel, your emotions. Don't be afraid to communicate this, because that's what a relationship is. You need to communicate these hard feelings and emotions that both of y'all are feeling. It's gonna be hard. You're gonna miss each other, and you're gonna want to just give up, and and temptation is real when you're in a long distance relationship, so don't forget that. And the last tip is share the small and mundane details with each other as if you were together. For example, if you're gonna eat lunch together over FaceTime. If you're gonna watch a movie together over FaceTime, or stream it together and stay on the phone together or FaceTime together. Whenever possible, these everyday experiences can give you the feeling that you care about each other, that you're there for one another, and that your relationship really matters. So just remember that long distance relationships isn't for everyone, but like the old saying goes, distance can make the heart grow fonder, and that sometimes the relationship is not about the present, but it's about the future that you're going to build together. So look at it as a challenge to build a stronger relationship with each other. And when you look back on your time apart, you can look back and see it as an experience that built your relationship to be even stronger, and how it's shaped who you are today and what your relationship has become today. Now, as always, guys, if you like this video, please share with somebody, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.